Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about moto vloggers. And no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people who are professionals, people who do it for a living. And boy, that is not me, but I hang around anyway. Since I'm not yet up on my bike again yet after my knee replacement surgery, this is some footage I took about a week before my surgery of a ride down to a covered bridge here in Georgia, and it's the actual road is part of the uh, West Georgia Adventure Loop, the WGAL, that's produced by V-Man 1313. So just thought I'd put this up there so you're not just like staring at me as I'm talking into a camera, which would be super boring. All right, and on we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bike Like a Dog. Be sure to like and subscribe before you leave today. Sure would appreciate it. Um, I want to put something out there today for those who earn their living motovlogging. Right? These are people who do, stuff like this, only they do it a lot better. And they do it for a living, right? That's how they earn money. That's how they make a living. And they are coming up against a crisis, I believe. You see, there's a lot of content out there being generated by AI these days. Now, sometimes it's pretty easy to recognize, uh, some easier than others. Um, but, well, for example, I've seen some videos that, quite frankly, I didn't even question until it started going into things like specs. And it would say stuff like, weighing in at 371 lbs, this bike is light and maneuverable. 371 lbs? You mean 371 pounds? Yeah, close the video. I'm also starting to recognize the generic voices that are kind of used, even though they've got different accents. It's like, okay, that's the American voice, that's the Australian voice, that's the British voice. It's kind of like, wow, they actually have different accents for different AI bots. But anyway, the issue is not just that, yeah, these videos can generate or the AI can generate these videos a lot faster than human. But sometimes the information in the videos, well, it's just plain wrong. I can't tell you how many times they've said, I've seen a video that said it's doing a list of the top 10, whatevers, and it's as it starts going through it, I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't fit the category that they're talking about because AI is dumb. It's just not that smart. It's artificial intelligence. It's not actual intelligence. So it can sift through large amounts of information quickly, but it's really bad at recognizing stuff that we recognize really quickly with our human brains. I mean, think about how long they've been trying to train AI in various self-driving cars. You know, just simple things like, oh, look, that's a motorcycle. Don't run over it. Seems simple, but AI has problems with stuff like that. Brand new drivers recognize more than AI. And they've been working over a decade trying to train the AI. Still nowhere close to what a person can do, other than once it recognizes something, it can react quickly. The problem's the recognition, right? Now, for motor vloggers, AI can have a lot of difficulty differentiating speculation from fact or recognizing content from videos and pictures. as I said, there are times when I've gone and I've seen so many AI bots that have, or AI videos that have put together stuff on the top 10 this, the top 10 that, the 2026 new models that are coming out and stuff like that. And the videos are fake. The pictures are fake. I look at the motorcycles and I go, that's not a BMW. That's not a Harley. That's, you know, it just makes them up. Whatever the narrative is, it just makes up pictures to go along with it. Or it feeds in, or it'll feed in a video clip of something that isn't even related. It'll be doing something and talking about motorcycles, and all of a sudden it's like got like surfers on the ocean or something. And it's like, what's that got to do with what it's talking about? But I think what happens sometimes is that it just plain doesn't recognize stuff, and it's really bad at recognizing speculation versus actuality also, right? So for example, speculation might be somebody says something about, hey, maybe they're being facetious. Yeah. If you've heard the rumors about Harley creating a 125cc A1 compliant motorcycle, wow, then tune in for my video or something like that. Now, it's obviously untrue, right? Harley's not planning on doing that, at least that I know of. But it's possible that an AI bot will happen across that and go, oh, wow, Harley's creating a 125cc A1 compliant motorcycle. Wow! And it'll start generating fake images of motorcycles, and it'll create this video, and then it'll put a tag on it like, Harley creating a 125cc compliant motorcycle. And yet it's not a real bike. It's not even a concept. It's probably not something that Harley management has even thought about. I mean, it's not even on their radar. But here's a video all about it. And once there's one, it's likely that other AI bots will proliferate it, right? Because once there's something out there that looks like fact, they'll just repackage that fact. Because all they're trying to do is get click-throughs, right? Earn some ad revenue, things like that. And the people that do them, they don't care if the content's correct or not. They really don't care. All they care about is, hey, I can put an image on there with a title that's got some clickbait, and I can make it look real enough to keep people involved long enough to show a couple of ads, and I'll get some income. Moto vloggers, that's not them, right? They care about their content. They do this because they care about motorcycling. That's why they do it, all right? Now, doing this little bitty channel that I've got here, I've got so much respect for those people that do this for a living. I mean, they research stuff. They plan their topics on the basis of, analysis of trends. They script and film and edit their videos. They create custom graphics wherever they're needed. They may take weeks or even months to put together some of the videos, especially the ones that require a lot of writing, like, 1,000-mile review or something, which means they're probably juggling several videos in various stages while attempting to plan new, future ones. Meanwhile, they're bombarded by vendors with the latest, greatest products they want them to review. And in a lot of cases, they don't really want them to review it. They want them to endorse it, right? Don't actually try it out. Just say you like it. But they also have to work out sponsorship deals. And they've got to go work out, where they can do test rides and stuff with various dealerships. And in between all of those business activities, they actually have to go, ride the motorcycles, take the tours, try the products. And when they ride, they don't just go through a ride. They may actually ride some of the sections 2, 3 times, maybe more. Because they either have a camera car doing exterior shots, or they stop, get off, set up a camera, go back, ride through, stop, come back, retrieve the camera, pack the camera, and then keep going. Does that sound like a lot of work? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even realize until I started this little channel where half the time I forget to do even a thumbnail. I seldom do any third-person shots, and, well, I just do very little of the stuff they do, okay? Look, when I was a software developer, it was a salaried position. No, it wasn't always a 40-hour week. Sometimes it would be incredibly long hours for a weekend, a week, or even a month to meet some aggressive deadline. But eventually, it would return back to, tolerable, normal schedule. But content creators, they're essentially 24/7. When they go on trips, they're working. After their writing is done for the day, they've eaten dinner, they're working, editing, charging devices, stuff like that. In order to provide premium content, they need upgraded equipment. They need 360 cameras, action cameras, drones, microphones, good microphones, stuff like that. Ideas for content can come anytime, any place, even in the middle of the night. And, you want to get that down while you're still thinking about it, because if you go back to sleep, you may forget it in the morning. Ask me how I know. So the line between work and pleasure can kind of start to fade if they're not careful. Is there even such a thing as vacation for these folks? I mean, a week of not producing content is a week not earning money. When I started my software developing job back in the 80s, I had 2 weeks of paid vacation as a new programmer. But by the time I retired, almost 40 years later, I had 5 weeks of paid vacation. I also had 11 paid holidays. New Year's, Martin Luther King's birthday, President's Day, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. Another way to put that is I had over 7 weeks of PTO, personal time off. Not to mention the fact that these folks, if one of the things that they do is they're writing for content, they're every time they get on a bike, they're thinking about the content they're producing. They're taking videos and stuff. Do they ever get an opportunity to just ride for pleasure anymore? I saw somebody interviewing Ryan from Fort9, and he said, he really didn't do a lot of riding anymore because he did so much riding during the week, producing the content and all that kind of stuff, that, when they were done for the day, he was pretty much done for the day, right? He didn't really want to go jump on another bike. I have so much respect for what these folks do. Now, I wouldn't want to do it, and I don't. I mean, I don't currently earn anything on my channel. It's unlikely that I ever will, and that's fine. It's not why I do it. But if you enjoy live content from real people from creators like Moto Mission with Brock Gill, Doodle on a Motorcycle, Her Two Wheels, Big Rock Moto, Spite's Corner, Dork in the Road, and so many others, be sure to at least like their videos. At the very least, right? Put a comment on the video. Hey, good video. Doesn't have to be a long comment. Just, hey, thumbs up. Subscribe. All of these things help them fight against the AI onslaught of content because the YouTube algorithm, it uses those metrics to determine what content gets presented to people, right? And it doesn't care how the content was created. Doesn't care whether it was a live person or an AI bot or whatever. All it cares about is its algorithm and how well this thing fits it, and it'll present them. And while you're there, use affiliate links for all these folks because that's where it doesn't cost you anything. It's a referral. All right. That's the best way to look at it, is that it's a referral, where by using their affiliate links, it lets the vendor know that I learned about this from Chase on Two Wheels, and they come back and they go, hey, Chase on Two Wheels, we're going to give you um, whatever agreement they have with Chase, for his affiliate links. Sometimes those links will be discounts, for you, where you can use by using their discount code or something like that, you can get 10%, 15%, 20% off of whatever it is you're buying. So sometimes it's a win-win for both you and the creator, the content creator. Not like the creator, like he made the world in 7 days kind of thing. Anyway, or 6 days, 6 days. Sorry, seventh day was rest. Let's make sure we get those numbers right. Okay, so like, subscribe, put comments for these folks, help them out because we want to see them continue to produce this content. That's why we watch them. And that's my commercial for the content creators. All right, and how ironic it is that we've come to the time in my video for me to say like it and subscribe. Hey, y'all, like and subscribe. Y'all have a good week. Ride safe. Take care of your loved ones. We'll see you next time. Bye now.